Hi, teachers and students from Mandarin High School in Jacksonville, Florida. I actually live in Florida myself, so we're kind of connected. My name is Gary King, and I'm actually talking to you today from Brighton, England. Brighton is a beach resort community right on the edge of the English Channel, directly across from France. So what I want to share with you today is what I call the happiness formula. Now, I've shared this with a select group of people all over the world. I've shared it with teenagers in different parts of the world. I'm here in Brighton sharing it with a select group of people. And I'm going to share it with you, as I've never shared this with a school in the United States ever. So you will be the first school in the US to learn about the happiness formula. So it actually works like this. You can see on my shirt there is a formula based on the concept of the periodic table. This formula is very specific and it gets a very specific result. This formula is the cure for bullying. It's the cure for economic challenges. This formula is actually the solution to become happy. And I'd only imagine as teenagers that that's going to be what your search is. That's what my search was. And I'm actually 67 years old, so I'm 50 years older than most of you. And my whole entire life, I've searched to be happy. And only in the last few years, I figured out the secret and the formula. So here it is. The F on my shirt and the 2. The F stands for forgiveness. And what that means is, the 2 means there's 2 parts. You have to forgive yourself and other people, and do not make up reasons or justifications why you can't do that, you won't do that, you're not going to do that, because if you do that, you will never be happy. The second part of the equation, HT2. You have to be honest with yourself and truthful with other people. No exceptions, no exceptions. So what does that mean? Well, it means that making up things like I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings, all those things we do, the fact that we're not completely honest with our parents because we make up all kinds of things to cause us not to do that. You see, you can only imagine if I'm 67 years old and I'm sharing this with you, I've learned something through the last 50 years that I want to share with you, because I do not want you to go through all the painful situations I've gone through to get where I am right now. The SW in the formula. The SW is actually the formula. The SW stands for self-worth. And that is your life lesson, self-worth. So if you make your life about growing your self-worth, you will no longer need validation from the outside world. Your life will not be about that. And that this is the pathway to happiness. Now, what you're realizing as I share with this formula with you, what you're thinking about is how this might apply to you at 15 years old, 14 years old, 16, 17 years old. These 3 things, how does it apply to you? Well, in every way, because your whole entire life, everything you do in your life, every decision you make, everything you do is based on your self-worth. And it equals happiness and fulfillment to the power of 10, which means it compounds on itself, because all life is controlled by 2 laws, the law of compounding and the law of cause and effect. So everything you do is based on those 2 laws. There's no immunity. You can't escape it. It applies to every human being. All 7 billion people on the earth are controlled by these 2 laws. So I'd love to come and speak in your school. You can stay in touch with me. You can go on Facebook. My page is the Gary King page, not a fan page, Gary King page. You can go on to the website, thehappinessformula.tv, thehappinessformula.tv, or you can contact me personally, Gary King at GaryKingLive.com, Gary King at GaryKingLive.com. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to share this with the very first school in the United States, because I live there and I live in Florida, so I'm excited. So I hope you're as excited as I am, because I will absolutely tell you this will completely change the pathway of your life. It'll totally change it. if you want to be happy. And isn't that why we're here? Aren't we here to be happy? Isn't that what it's about? So again, it's Gary King, and I really thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And contact me. I'll come to your school. It's all about being happy.